boys and girls. Today, instead of reading a picture book, I'm going to start a chapter book with you. It's one of my favorite chapter books for third grade. It's called Third Grade Angels by Jerry Spinelli. And so each day I'm going to read a chapter or two to you. Sometimes I will be on video. Sometimes it will just be my voice. You will listen to the story, and then I will have a sheet that you will fill out that has some questions, just a few, for each chapter to make sure that you are listening and working on skills like character and character traits and setting and different things like that. So let's get started. Chapter 1, Finally. I heard it first in kindergarten. First grade babies, second grade cats, third grade angels, fourth grade rats. I didn't like being a first grade baby. I wasn't a baby. I didn't like being a second grade cat. I like dogs. Me too. At this time, I've been waiting to be an angel, and now I am. Today was the first day of third grade. We could see it from the hallway as we headed for our new classroom. It was right on the door, a big sign, Welcome, Angels. Our new teacher, Mrs. Sims, was standing there saying it to each of us as we entered the classroom. Welcome, Angel Brett. Welcome, Angel Heather. Welcome, Angel Emma. And there's the teacher, Mrs. Sims, welcoming them to class. Amazing! How did she know our names already? She shook each student's hand. When it was my turn, she shook my hand and said, Welcome, Angel George. Only my teachers call me George. My real name is Suds. When we were all in our seats, Mrs. Sims gave us the biggest smile I've ever seen. I knew right away that we were the best class she ever had. I fired my best smile back at her. She held out her arms. Good morning, angels. Good morning, we shouted back. A boy beside me added, Teacher, and we all laughed. Are you the boss, Angel? The same boy asked. Half of us were shocked, and half of us laughed. Mrs. Sims laughed. She thought about it. She nodded. Yes, I guess you could say I'm the boss, Angel. But Joseph, she turned to the board and wrote her name in big letters, you can call me Mrs. Sims. Joseph nodded and looked across the aisle at me and said, Cool. I didn't know him. I figured he must be new. All right, said Mrs. Sims, let's talk about angels for a minute. You've been a baby, and you've been a cat, and you know what they are. But what about angels? What's an angel? Her eyes swept over the class. Hands went up. A spirit, said Raymond Vanetti. A dead person with wings, said Holly Briscoe. Big white wings, Jeremy Munns called out without raising his hands. Judy Billings was sitting in front of me. It was no accident. I had rushed to get the seat right behind her. Her hand shot up in the air. Ooh, ooh, she went. Yes, Judy, said Mrs. Sims. Judy stood even though the others didn't. Perfect in every way. The way she said it, so sure. I got the impression she knew a couple of angels personally. And there's Judy. Mrs. Sims pointed out to her. Good. All good answers. She mentioned that the rest of the hands could go down. Now let's talk about... Christina Serrano practically screamed, Mrs. Sims, your earrings are angels. She was right. Dangling from Mrs. Sims's ears were little silver angels with wings. A couple of kids clapped. A couple of kids said, Cool. Besides me, the new kid, Joseph, said, You da chick, but not loud enough for the teacher to hear. Mrs. Sims bowed. Thank you, friends. You are very observant. Last year's class didn't notice till the third day of school. She clapped her hands. All right now, where were we? She pointed to Judy Billings again. Yes, perfection. I've heard that too. Whatever angels may be, everybody seems to agree that they're perfect. All right, she looked over at us. Show of hands. Anybody here perfect? We all turned around to see if anybody's hand went up. Only one did. Mrs. Sims seemed surprised. Well, Joseph, Congratulations to you." Joseph grinned and slapped his own hand down. "Nah, I'm just kidding." Mrs. Sims pretended to wipe her brow. "Phew! He had me worried there for a second. I wouldn't know what to do with a perfect third grader." "Send him to angel school," someone piped up. Everybody laughed. Mrs. Sims, hardest of all. It was only when she stared at me and gave me a thumbs up that I suddenly realized the one who said it was me. I couldn't believe it. I never did anything like that in my life. I never speak in class unless I raise my hand first. What has gotten into me? I wondered if it had something to do with sitting next to Joseph. "I can see I'm going to love this class," said Mrs. Sims. "Okay, angels, they are perfect. Real angels, that is. But we're not real angels, are we? We're third grade angels. People type angels, right?" "Right," said the class. "So," she went on, "the best thing we can do is..." And she waited to build up the suspense. "The best thing we can do..." A couple huhs popped up. "In other words," said Mrs. Sims, "in order to be good third grade angels, all you have to do is do your best." She looked us over. "Got it?" "Got it," we said. "Okay," said Mrs. Sims, "but I know you guys. You like a little reward after all of your trouble, right?" "Right," we said. "You want a prize at the end of the road to make it worthwhile, right?" "Right," she said. "Well," she reached into her desk drawer, "have I got a prize for you." So we're going to stop right there for today. And one of the questions that you're going to answer is, what do you think the prize is that the teacher is going to give to the class? So you can always go back and watch this video again if you're not sure about answers, but please make sure you answer each question. You will get points for discussions on our book each day. Thanks.